Welcome into Weather Wednesday here at New England Storm Center. So, we had a sudden disaster on Monday afternoon and Monday evening as over 9 inches of rain falling on parts of central Massachusetts and Leominster in particular. Leominster was ground zero for this flooding. While all of central Massachusetts got hammered with multiple inches of rain, Leominster was really the target, was the bullseye. Even the towns right around Leominster were not hit nearly as hard as Leominster itself. Leominster picking up 9.5 inches of rain. Several communities did pick up over a half a foot. Lunenburg, Attleboro, which was not near Leominster, there were two pockets of severe flooding, but it was uh, with 6+ inches of rain was Leominster, Lunenburg, Attleboro, Princeton, and Sterling. And Fitchburg, which is next to Leominster, picking up just 5 inches of rain. So a 4 inch difference from communities that are right next to each other, which is certainly significant. Valley Falls, Rhode Island, picked up almost a half a foot of rain. So there were two pockets of very severe flooding in New England on Monday afternoon. Of course, the worst of it was in Leominster in central Massachusetts. A flash flood emergency was issued for Leominster, Massachusetts, and the surrounding communities. Again, a flash flood emergency is a very rare alert that is issued for the highest level of concern. Flash flood emergencies, I'll read the official definition, are issued for, quote, exceedingly rare situations when extremely heavy rain is leading to a severe threat to human life and catastrophic damage from a flash flood that is happening or will happen soon. Typically, emergency officials are reporting life-threatening water rises resulting in water rescues and evacuations. And of course, all of that was going on in Leominster. Some of the pictures coming out are really striking, especially from Route 2, where you just see just what looks like a really deep river, but it is a highway, and you can just see the tops of cars sticking out from the flood waters. There was another striking video of firefighters pulling a raft full of people to an area hospital, which was also flooded. They had to pull the raft right up to the door of the hospital. And of course, there was that big sinkhole at an intersection that undermined the foundation of a house. Severe damage to homes and businesses occurred. It was the images from Leominster are very similar, really brought back memories of the Great Flood of 2023 that just happened a couple of months ago in Vermont. Of course, what happened in Vermont was much more widespread throughout the state, and Vermont being a mountainous state, uh, they can't handle. No, I mean, nowhere can handle 9 inches of water. I was actually, when the flash flood emergency was issued, I had just posted on New England Storm Center's Twitter about a large block flash flood warning that was in effect. And I was actually working on my evening update on Hurricane Lee, which we'll get to in a minute. That when I found out about the flash flood emergency, and that just completely tore my mind away from the incoming Hurricane Lee, which again I was writing the update for when that happened. So again, there were two pockets of severe flooding. It was actually the pocket near the Rhode Island Massachusetts border that got hit first, and North Attleboro and Attleboro were the ground zero of those floods. Water rushed into at least a dozen homes, causing damage. Several rescues of stranded motorists occurred in Attleboro, North Attleboro, and nearby Foxborough, Massachusetts. North Attleboro reported that officials received as many as 42 emergency calls within an hour. And if that doesn't tell you that there's a flash flood going on, I don't know what will. 42 calls within an hour. And of course, this happened on the Massachusetts Rhode Island border. Across the border into Rhode Island, serious flooding cropped up in Rhode Island, with Cumberland and Providence also getting hit hard. More than 24 residents were rescued along Branch Avenue alone in Providence. The images in Providence were actually pretty similar to what transpired in Leominster with in regards to, you could see firefighters pulling lines of rafts through the floodwaters, rescuing people, getting them to safety. The worst of the damage in Leominster, which will take months to repair. This will be a months long process for Leominster to get fully back on their feet again. And most of the city will be facing weeks and weeks of cleanup. Two dams were compromised. They were both repaired yesterday, and general evacuation orders were lifted. General evacuation meaning that unless your specific home has been deemed unsafe, you can go back to your homes. And of course, there's more rain coming. I'm recording this right now as I'm recording this segment at 8:26 a.m. on Wednesday, and this is another evening weather Wednesday. This will very likely be coming out in the evening. There's already flash flood warnings going on in Connecticut as more downpours and thunderstorms are coming. These flash flood warnings, including Hartford. Again, this is at 8:26 a.m. It's been busy week here at New England Storm Center, and this is some real-time weather going on right now.